Hello everyone, my name is LS Kavin Prashant. Here I am going to share a few words about transnational cooperation. Transnational companies are business that operates across international borders, though most of them have their headquarters in USA, Europe and Japan. There were about 7,000 transnational companies operating in 1970s, but the figure has been now increased about 63,000 with about 6,90,000 subsidiaries which operates in almost every sector of economic and most of every country in the world today. The history of transnational companies. The transnational companies are among the world's biggest economical institute. A rough estimate suggests that the 300 largest transnational owns or control at least one quarters in the entire world productive asset worth about the world 5 trillion US dollars. The total transnational annual sales are comparably to greater than the yearly gross domestic products GDP, which is known as gross domestic products of most countries. GDP is the total output of goods and service of final use by a nation economically includes corporation sales, for instance, exceeds the gross domestic products of Austria, while those the Royal Dutch sales equal shares of GDP. Together, the sales of Mistral and General Motors are greater than the GDP of Denmark. Portugal and Turkey combined the US of $50 billion, more than the GDP of all countries in the South Africa. Partly as a result of their size, transnational companies tend to the domestic and industries where outputs are markets of the allocation or they're concentrated in the hands of relatively small number of firms. The total five cars of the track are manufactured and responsibly for the nearby 60% of the worldwide asset of the motor vehicles. The five leading of major accounted of the annual of 40% of the industry global market shares. For the chemical sector, the comparatively percentage is 35 percentage. For the both electrical and comparatively percentage is about 50%. Although these are the most powerful economics of the transnational cooperation, the key characteristics of transnational companies are they seek competitive advantages and maximize of profits by constant searching of the cheap and most efficient production location across the world. They have geographical flexibility. They can shift resources and operations to any location in the world. The subsistent part of their workforce is located in the developing world, but often the employs indirectly those subsidiaries. Transnational companies' assets are distributed worldwide rather than the focused in one or two countries. For example, 17 of the top 100 transnational companies have 90% of their assets in different countries from their head office. Transnational economically very wealthy and thence potentially are more powerful than many of the world national assets. According to Forbes magazine in 2013, 37 of the 100 largest economics in the world were run by transnational companies rather than companies. For example, BP is the bigger than Finland, while Chavan is bigger than Ireland, and the combined annual revenue of the 200 largest transnational companies exceeds those of the GDP of the 182 national states constraining 80% of their world population. Critics reminds us the GDP and annual revenue measures different things. So these figures may not show the accurate value in the different economical power, but the asides, the relatively economical power of transnational company has grown in related to national states over the last few decades. And today, transnational companies wield much more economically power than they did in the past. Forbes at 1918 note that the forms of 1970s transnational companies set about investing significant in the developing world because of high labor cost and high level of industry conflict in the West, which reduced profit. The investment was greatly helped by developing the other countries, which actively sought and developing the countries which in the investment of transnational companies.